We got ourselves team one together with Anton. We got Arhi. We got ourselves Arhi. Freddy? Wait, is that two Arhis? Arhi Voitel and Arhi Freddy. We got ourselves Death Striker as well as Privoya? Privi? I don't even know how to say your name. We gotta give him a nickname. We got ourselves Bells in the back. I kind of like that mog. I like that mask, dude. I need to go get that myself. We got Lippy Hunter on our team with Team Fortress of Pharaoh. We got Zelia as a rogue and try to kite me coming back in. Trying to see if you might be able to dish out some duels versus some of these boys. That's going to be a second Arhi in here. Arhi Freddy. We're going to call him Freddy. Since this is Arhi, we're going to call this guy Freddy because he does have in the last few letters. Freddy's name. In-cap trinket it out with wings. Going to be full burst out of the Paladin. And there's going to be a trinket as try to cut me sees the final wreck. Going to be huge damage out of the Paladin. Just to go for a trinket really early. Buzzing protection. Trying to cut me just by dying here. Oh my goodness. That was the ballsiest move by that Paladin ever. I can't believe it. How did he survive that? Zelia is going to be up next. That man just popped immunity and a trinket so early. Shield of Vengeance for the rogue. Is he going to be able to get enough damage and try to get the hammers up? Got himself a bit of heal. Zelia with an evasion, with a disarm as well. Trying to crack out a couple of those Kyrian damage and then just trying to go for that Kyrian burst. There's a Viscer. It's going to be 7 compound Viscer. It's Arhi. Oh, Freddy needs to get himself a little bit of healing. Stun into Zelia and it's going to be a trinket. This still is a bubble. Could be still in a hot spot. Oh no. Oh, this is really, really rough. Zelia trying to see if he might be able to dish out and live through this. Freddy, oh my goodness, still in so much trouble. Got himself the Hand of Freedoms though. Is going to go for a Dispel. There's going to be a Wings available. Next time he auto attacks. Zelia might be in trouble. Is going to go maybe a Cloak of Shadows. Looks like he's just going to go for a Shadow Dance. Final wreck. Missing him. Freddy trying to see if he can get over there. No Wings for a little bit. Is going to be able to get himself some damage in. Trying to AoE Zelia out. Will not be able to. Going to be a Shadow Strike as Zelia gets back in there. Does Freddy have a stun? Stun to Zelia? We're going to be in big trouble. It's going to be big proc. Oh, Freddy! This man is just... He doesn't care. He's just blasting, dude. He's literally the meme of Danny DeVito from Always Centers Philadelphia. So anyway, I started blasting. He just like, oh, in-cap, trinkets, just blast. Nope. Shut down with Fist of Fury, Blessing of Protection, just blast. And Freddy's gonna have to go through Bells. Is actually blasting right through him. Bells got himself Zuan and everything. Gonna be Fist of Fury. Parries up. Mind you, go for a lot of healing. Maybe a Karma. No stun. Does he have a chicken for it? Maybe a Karma needs something. Oh, what is going on, Freddy? It looks like none of these boys are prepared for the burst that Freddy's got. Maybe they think, you know what, I'm okay, I'll be fine. My health is getting low, but I'm all right for a bit. Got a trinket. Maybe there's some sort of lag going on over on the server or something. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe everybody's just really badly lagging. Gonna be a trinket for Freddy as he just got himself a final wreck with CM Force. Trying to see if we can hit him with a Wake of Ashes. Gonna be the Shackles of Malediction. Got himself Shield of Vengeance for that Shackles. Root is up. Is gonna get himself a Hand of Freedom. CM Force got himself Berserk, but it looks like he's gonna just stay away from the Paladin as best as he can. Pal looking for that recovery. If he gets interrupted on Holy, he always got the Flash Cap in case things go sour. But also got for TM Force. Gonna be a stun trinkets out of it with a bear form. He actually is trying to get super aggressive here. As Freddy got himself wings, gonna be slow on TM Force. Looks like he's gonna back up out of the Freddy. Got himself mobility. No more stun for TM Force for a bit. Maybe TM Force looking for a reset. Get himself a flesh cap. Potentially. He's fully sacked up. It looks like he's gonna go for a reset. Maybe leap in. Consecration doesn't get him out of stealth. Got himself the right angle. And it's gonna be a nice rake with a rip. Bleeds a rolling swarm, eating away at those wounds on Freddy. Is going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Trying to go for a bit of healing. Maybe a Skull Bash around the corner. Trying to avoid getting interrupted on Holy. He doesn't have Bubble or Bop or anything for a while. Shield of Vengeance 30 seconds. Does he have the big go? Got himself Wake of Ashes. Big proc on TM Forest. Maybe that'll be enough. Looks like he's got himself a final wreck. He's going to go for self-heal. Maimed by the Feral Druid. No ways out for a bit. Freddy needs to focus on self-healing as much as possible. TM Forest also focusing on self-heal. Bash as he pokes out of form. I'm not really sure what he was trying to do with that one. Maybe try to go with a bit of Cyclone. TM Forest looks like he's going to go for a full reset. As it's going to be Freddy with a Flesh Cup, no interrupts. Maybe TM Force is just going to back up out of there, go into bear form, and go for a Flesh Cup of zone. Potentially. Might have to go for it. I think you better play it safe. That's going to be a regrowth just so you can recover. Maybe Freddy is fast enough, you might be able to get over there. Mounts up and Forest isn't cat form. Could go into bear form. Is going to at least bait Arhi or Freddy. I'm gonna need to call him Freddy, dude. His name, part of his name is Arhi. I usually give people nicknames based on the first few letters of the name, but just so we don't get confused, this man's name is Freddy. He does have Arhi in his name, but he'll call him Freddy, just so we can distinguish. Trying to see if Freddy might be able to blast through the flesh count. Looks like there is a bit of lag on the server though. And looks like Freddy has to go for a trinket with a shield of vengeance. Got himself a little bit of healing. Thorns is up as Forrest is getting hit with a stun. Barkskin and Freddy not gonna push out damage into him just yet. Got himself shield of vengeance. Just gonna back up away. Team Forrest getting in there. Fleshcraft is getting blasted by the shield of vengeance. Forrest got himself lots of defenses, lots of pressure available. He's gonna go for it. Could potentially rank up some pressure versus Freddy. Freddy just building holy power, getting huge procs, random wings out of nowhere. TM Forrest seeing the bubble come up, might play the very defensively. Bear form is up, is gonna wall as well as get himself frenzied region to recover. There's some of the damage he's taken. Freddy got some slows as well as another Tempest Verdict, but looks like he didn't have the proc of the Gavel legendary. Playing out that Necrolord. Now it's going to be a flash of light so Freddy can recover. Consecration down. Team Fortress might go for a bit of rehealing. Looks like maybe might even just go for a full another pill reset. Instead, sees Freddy walk away from Consecration, gives an opportunity to walk up, get those bleeds on and walk away. Stun onto the Feral as he bails out completely. An interrupt versus Freddy. And Freddy needs to save himself maybe a little bit more damn. It's going to be maybe Blessing of Protection coming out here as he gets real low, removing the blades. No more bites. Team Fortress maybe can get some Moonfires back to back on him. That's all he can really do is maybe spam Moonfire, maybe get a Cyclone to prevent Paladin from healing. Flash got up for the Pally. Team Fortress wanted to go in, maybe get an interrupt, decided against it. And sees the Paladin away from Consecration, at least able to get the bleeds up and running. Fully DR'd on stones. Freddy could actually make something happen here. Team Fortress without thorns. Freddy could potentially belf if there's not too many buffs whirling on Team Fortress. It's going to get in there, get the gavel, stun as Team Fortress in bear form. Barskin is up and Freddy is just going to continuously just get the blasted damage in. Shield of Vengeance up. Team Fortress looking for a bit of a bear recovery here for a moment. Bash onto Freddy as he just try to get out of there. Maybe get a flesh cut up and running. Gonna be Freddy with full wings available. Try to see if he can shut down the Feral if possible. But looks like he can't even catch up to him in the first place. The mobility of Feral is quite huge. Could go for a Skull Bash. Looks like he is going to be able to get close enough to the Feral. Close enough to get a couple of those final wrecks. Trick it out of Team Force. Might have played very defensive. Going to be the Frenzy region as he dips low. Try to get some pressure back to Freddy. Freddy has Shield of Vengeance if he wants to. Could be a lot of good counter pressure here. With the final wreck, maybe could get a lot of holy damage rolling. That's got to be Team Fortress hitting him with the root and trying to see if he can blast him out of there. Shield of Vengeance is up for Freddy, but looks like the bleeds are going to break that shield before he can get it to pop. If he can get the final wreck or final wreck onto Team Fortress, make him take more holy damage, the shield pops, then it could be a ton of burst damage all at once. Freddy has himself big wing proc available. If it just turns around and auto attacks Team Fortress, he has a huge damage saved up. Team Fortress. Did he go Barkskin? He Barkskin this actually. So Freddy's just going to wait until Barkskin is over. He won't have the stun, but he's trying to maybe see if he can turn around damage. He's not getting the autos on Team Force just yet. I don't even know how he was not getting the autos, but does get wings and might have to use those wings defensively here. Bubble available for Freddy. He's going to use that as Team Force, put some bleeds in. The Pharaoh's trying to see if he can make it out of this scot-free. Freddy got a slow on him. Try to build up some resources. There's going to be more slows back-to-back. Does get a Divine Storm as well as a proc. Going to be an interrupt on Holy. Could be really bad for Freddy. Got himself Flash Cut to back up in there. The Team Fortress got plenty of mobility though. It's really going to come down to Freddy either using whatever immunities he's got, Trinket, maybe Shield of Vengeance, and Wings in just a huge succession of damage, or Team Fortress eventually letting the bleeds ramp up. We are getting into that 9-minute dampening, 25% healing reduction as of there. Now, stun onto Team Force. Final wreck is up. Does Freddy have enough damage? Does not have wings for a bit. Maybe he can go for big wings, big blaster damage onto Force out of nowhere. Has a Trick Shield of Vengeance as well. Maybe you could just combine both of those. Gonna be full bleeds rolling onto Freddy. Trying to walk the Feral away from the pillar. I think it's exactly what he's trying to do. Just walk away from the pillar. Gonna be wings up right now. Gonna be shackles. Big burst onto Team Force. Looks like it doesn't really reach him. Freddy got all the bleeds on him. No way to really heal as the dampening, as the necrotics were really just ramping up on his health. Does get a lucky Word of Glory at the head there though. Wings did help him out with that. It looks like Team Force looking for the reset. Getting maybe Moonfires. Not going to be able to get an opener. Stun onto the Feral. Freddy at no health whatsoever. And I think the Feral just wins if he just gets enough damage in. Trinket Freddy just trying to heal himself. Trying to keep himself alive as best as possible. Getting the holy power in. Going to be that Belf just to get one more Word of Glory. And looks at Team Force just doesn't have any damage to finish him just yet. As for a Frenzy if he just wants to commit it. Bash onto the Paladin. Very, very short CD. Very short DR. And Freddy is going to get a stun back to Team Force. Does he have any damage, any pressure whatsoever? Going to be that emergency heal, but dampened for Team Force. And Freddy looks like maybe recovered. Trying not to get interrupted on the Holy. Maybe more Word of Glory. How is this man still alive right now? He's trying to get whatever healer he can. It looks like Team Fortress just bled him out over time. Eventually just ran out of tools to deal with a kitty cat. That was so tough. Why did he finish him? I think Team Fortress was trying to just play it as safe as possible with bleeds, which is why it took him a while to take down the Pala. I feel like if Team Fortress just committed some damage there, at some point he was like, okay, I have all the bleeds rolling. Let's just go for back-to-back bites and just stay in there, stay aggressive. I feel like he could have ended it early, but I think this man is just trying to play it a little bit safe just to make sure he gets first duel one and maybe can continue to the next one. Because if he got himself heals and flesh cut, he might be okay. Arhi is going to be up next. Try to get the Ellie Blast to break through flesh cut. That's going to be thorns on Team Fortress as well. So Arhi is going to have to spend some mana to get the purges, but looks like it's not super expensive. Did they reduce the mana cost of that ability? I remember it used to be super expensive. Earth Elemental up for the Shaman to give him a little bit of health to work with. Bash into the Arhi with the stun Sunder back into the Feral. Does he have no damage to pressure to follow? Gonna be Ghosts joining in with the Ellie Blast. Big Shade Harvest. Team Force is gonna be able to go back and bear, trying to go for Feral Frenzy versus 40% dampener. It is gonna make that healing a lot less effective. Trying to roar onto the Shaman, but he's got plenty of mobility to stay all against Team Forest. That's gonna be Ghostos fading. But the Ghosts also keep him out of stealth. Wall out for Team Forest. One last defensive until they get another Barkskin or maybe another Flesh Scaff. Arhi tried to go for a bit of healing as he's getting the dots ramping up on him. Team Forest has Berserk very, very soon. He's using Dragon's Fury. He's going to have himself Feral Frenzy available if he wants to use it. Going to be a main. Maybe some damage. Feral Frenzy's up. Maybe just trying to see if he can finish off with bites, get himself more finishers to get himself more healing. Going to be Ghostos joining in as Arhi seeing this was disoriented for a second, but that's going to generate him a lot of mails from Arhi. No mana whatsoever, but he could make some damage happen. Walling this off. Maybe he can get enough damage back to Team Forest. He got himself big Berserk, huge Ellie Blast through the Barkskin though, but Team Forest using Barkskin in order to survive this a little bit longer. Is going to go for a bash very defensively versus Arhi. And that's going to be Cyclone Interrupt in the last second. Does he have a War Stop? Anything? Team Force had no help whatsoever. Arhi just needs a Global too, and he's going to have him here. One more Storm Strike. Does end up taking him out, with Loopy going to be up next as Beastmaster Hunter, trying to max up the dam. And he's playing that Night Fae. Maybe he can kite Arhi back into the Night Fae zone, which is going to do a bit of damn. And he got himself the Basilisk on the other side. It's a dire pet Basilisk. Just needs to kind of put the pets over versus Arhi. Let the pets just ramp up. Arhi is standing inside of the Night Fae thing. I'm not really sure how much damage it does in PvP, but remember, again, it used to be a big ability back in the day. Stun onto Loopy with an Ellie Blast, and Loopy is pretty low in health. Has a Charles Shell. If Arhi has a Chain Harvest, he could just take down Loopy right then and there. If he gives himself a big old proc, looks like he's saving it up. Trying to get something saved up. Maybe it's just trying to get him low. Ellie Blast. It actually blasts him right through the... Oh, no. He got turtled, but his seat is exposed. And down he goes. Oh, my goodness. Yo, that Pala just absolutely blasted people out of here, dude. Lots of healing and lots of damn. Team Force had to burn a lot of damage into that Paladin and a lot of damage into Arhi.